gate on every single creator. It allows certain creators, you get a box. Here's your box. If you move up and you uptick above that box, then YouTube says, whoa, hey, I don't like this. And then they look through the channel and they nitpick to find a reason with what's wrong and going on with the channel to keep you from upticking, because they want to keep you in that box. It's the reason why Mrbeast will always be at the top of the pyramid or whatever, and then all these other creators have these other like significant amount of views. So let me go and go channel by channel. Let me show you. Okay, let's look at Philip DeFranco. Let's look at Philip DeFranco to start with. Okay, so Philip DeFranco, he has a channel where he has been doing this type of like engagement stuff forever. And if you look at Philip DeFranco, all his viewership, his box, Philip DeFranco's box, is he is allowed to get anywhere from 700K views up to 1.1 million. Anything outside of that box, he's not allowed to like. He's not allowed to get more viewership than that. That's the window. If it goes anywhere outside that window, 700K to 1.1 mil. Anything above or below, that's a problem. And what they'll do is occasionally he'll have a video slip through where YouTube will be like, okay, you know, this is good enough and people are talking about it. We're going to allow that one to go through. But for the most part, it's got to stay in that range. Unless something special or very magical happens, it's not going to happen. None of his viewership is allowed to go and exceed that. It's just not allowed. But they're all in that range. Why is that? Well, the same thing has happened on Ludwig's platform. Have you guys wondered, Ludwig's content really isn't that great? Everyone who watches this content doesn't really enjoy it that much. But yet, he still gets anywhere from 700K to, I don't know, 900K viewership. I mean, that's like his range. But it's just react content, and it's not like, you know, transformative or anything like majorly crazy. But he's in that same range. He's in the same box. Occasionally, he'll get to, like, go up and, like, okay, see, look at him talking to the YouTube CEO. That's a video. YouTube wants to promote that. They're talking about YouTube with the CEO. Of course, they want to say, okay, we're going to let that video go. But the other videos are stuck in that range. They're not allowed to move out. Occasionally, you'll have videos that go above that, but they're not allowed to leave that range. But they also have to get that minimum range. So it's only for creators that YouTube has said, hey, here's the green light. We're going to give you X amount of views for every video. And then whatever happens afterward, you know, okay, we're gonna watch and we're going to moderate. And then if it goes outside the range, we're going to check and we're going to review that content. And we're going to make sure that it fits within our guidelines. Because if it doesn't, then it gets throttled. And it happens every time. Okay, let me see another good example. Asmongold. Every video should be based off of like what your audience is, right? You know, you would imagine your viewership would be based off of what your audience is relative to like how much YouTube is promoting it and how like much that's expanding, right? You're gonna get some new people that come in or whatever, and then you're gonna have other people that, you know, whatever, that, you know, just stumble across it or whatever. Okay, so let's go to Asmongold. He's between 100K and like 700K. That's his real range. That's like the range that YouTube is allowing him to go. Mizkif is another example. So Mizkif does almost and Mizkif is, for all intents and purposes, a Ludwig with more attractive females. This is not as family friendly. So YouTube is going to keep him in this box. He's not allowed to grow outside of this box. If he hits over 500K viewership, this content is like, it's not, you know, friendly for, you know, anybody below the age of, I don't know, 16, 18, you know? I don't know, I just say that. So he's getting anywhere between, you know, 100K views and 300K. He's not allowed to go outside that range. YouTube will not allow him to go above that. And so the thing is the age restriction aspect or whatever with the moderator stuff, there's no doubt in my mind that that was an actual problem. Like, there was no question that was like, okay, hey guys, we gotta like, you know, censor this or whatever. Someone, you know, someone probably submit a claim or whatever, and then someone quote unquote reviewed it, whatever that means, and then they made the decision. Whatever. Was it based off race? Possibly. Who knows? Possibly. You don't know. I'm a white guy. What do I know? But that said, if you look at like these other creators, and then you look at Mrbeast. Oh, this is my favorite comparison. So Mrbeast videos are all throttled, and every one of like all the comments are fake. The only comments that like get released or whatever. Okay, so check this out. So Mrbeast has had this range of like 99 million, views or whatever. And then you go to this plane crash video. It's at 38 million views. But then you go to like a Mrbeast Gaming. If you go to Mrbeast Gaming, what's crazy is the way that the ranges and everything go, they've allowed him to just astronomically explode. Because the thing is so wild about this is that he has some videos on here that have like 101 million views. And then you do that compare and contrast between, okay, he's got 28.6 million subscribers, okay? If I go to Ninja, now Ninja used to not be as family friendly as he is now, but even though he's not as family friendly as he is now, the highest viewed video that he's ever had on his channel is like 48 million views. And now his range, YouTube has, after he betrayed YouTube and Twitch by going to Mixer and then not promoting any other content on any other platform, he came back to YouTube, and YouTube was like, hey guys, we're gonna make sure that he doesn't get that much viewership. So here's 200K. 200K, that's your range. Anything above that, no, you can maybe go up a little bit, but we're gonna keep you down there, because it was like a slap in the face to like what all happened with all his like promotion stuff. This stuff's been going on for so long. The fact that I can create a video that gets this exponential growth within 1 hour and then immediately gets shut off, it's the same thing that happens on all these creators about it. I think the age restriction thing is a separate issue. I think it's a very important issue, but I don't think it's the real main. Certain levels of creators that they're allowed to achieve, and it's not based off of like merit or whatever. Because the fact that I have a new channel, I've just recently started creating videos or whatever. Some of the videos that I've created are information that a lot of people would actually like. It's new information. When you get transformative content on YouTube's platform, what does that actually look like? It means new information added to the topic, new opinions, and new, like, more activity and things that present things in a different way than what's already been presented. I can go and I can look at 100 different, content creators all say the same thing and have their, core viewership or whatever. But what you really need is you need more opinions, and you need more ideas about how things are happening and what's going on and what type of content is being created, because otherwise you just get all these boxes, and then for all the people at the very bottom of the platform, they can never grow, because if they start to uptick on that box or whatever and they get throttled, like for me right now, my throttle limit is 3,800 views. Anything above that, well, 3,800 to 2,500. So 2,500 is like the mild stopping point. 3,800 is like the major stopping point. And it depends on which type of content is happening. But it's crazy because, it's weird. It's like YouTube wants to have these boxes for every creator, and like, here, this is the type of content we're going to allow you to create. You have to create the same type of content thoroughly throughout the entire platform. But the thing is, we're actually real people, and I understand you can create multiple channels and you can do it that way, and you can say, oh, I want to do this for this channel, this for this channel. But for someone who's just starting on the platform like me, who's doing and trying a bunch of different ideas and seeing what sticks, right? You got to do that. You got to try content, figure out what's happening. By having these uptick things where you figure out, okay, wait a second, this type of content works, but wait a second, YouTube is stopping it. Well, if I make more of that type of content, well, YouTube is stopping it. And then if YouTube comes back and reviews and says, oh, we don't like this guy's ideas, we really don't like this guy's ideas, down. They can do that. And that's a problem. And I think that's important for you, especially as you're creating a channel and everything. That makes a big difference as far as like how you interact with this platform, because that means that you're supposed to put on a character. Everything's wonderful. I love everybody. But you're supposed to have this like persona that if you don't have that persona, the second you don't, well, now we've got a problem. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Hope that makes sense. Hope that explains things a little bit better, but we'll see. ranges for all those other creators. Now I want you guys to look at my channel, okay? Here's what I'm talking about. Look at the range, okay? So I have some videos that are up to like 24K views, right? Then I have some with 12 and 71 and 87. Do you realize the multiplication that would be required to get a video with 9 views to 24K views? Do you recognize how much more traffic that really is? It just means that YouTube just literally flips the switch and says, "Hey, you're allowed to be in this range. Here you go. Here's your platform. Start making money. Make content that we like or whatever, and we'll support you." And I mean, shoot, some of these guys have representatives. I mean, they're literally celebrities. And you think about this, and then you think about the normal people. You're thinking, oh, well, all the normies, just stay where you're at because we don't really care if we throttle you because, these celebrities they just get their range and viewership over the last 90 days. Okay? 20 years. Look at this. Okay? We go up and I spike. I spike and get immediately shut down and throttled. Okay? I start to create this uptick again because I create a video that actually look at this graph. Look, I got throttled again. See, I hit 2.5K viewers, which is more than normal. My watch time's really crazy. Oh, so I also think the retention graph thing might actually be yeah, the retention graph exists, but I don't think it really matters that much because if someone likes this type of content, they're gonna watch the whole video regardless. Because people just watch the whole video if they're interested in whatever is being talked about. If they're not interested, they'll click off, right? But if and so maybe some of it, dude. But I don't think it's important that your videos are even getting presented to people because the thing is right here, this is the point in time YouTube stops presenting my videos because they recognize I'm getting this uptick in traffic. I mean, this is my typical range that I'm supposed to be in is 1 to 6 hours, and I'm at 66.6 hours. So I'm outside their norm range, and as a result of being outside their norm range, I'm getting throttled. I mean, you can just see the performance is getting throttled because I'm outside the range. See, this is the typical, and this is the performance. And this is what I'm supposed to get, but this is my watch time. And so as a result, they're just oh, hey guys, hey, oh, he exceeded. I'm over 10 times